Well, what a freaking day. It's raining outside. John is probably with his kids at a campfire. Maybe. We'll see. Because it's raining outside. Logan apparently has been mortally wounded. Not really, but we'll just go with it. And the good news is I have been vindicated. Vindicated on the BSA and my little bit of a short crusade I had against the BSA for a while because, well, they betrayed everything they stood for, and now they're finally making a 180 thanks to the pressure from the Pentagon. Because, well, let's be honest, the BSA is a piece of crap. Yeah, look it up, babe. Pull up the BSA, Pentagon.
Which one?
Well, let's see. Let's go with the Associated Press. Let's get into this one first, because, I saw this kind of last second, and I am happy about it. Because I told the BSA years ago, we were married about, I think we were married about 6 months or so. No, less than 6 months. We were married 4 months or so. That's 15 years ago, because I last worked for them when we were dating, and then I got a call from them that next summer asking me to be the program director of Camp Mapledale. And I turned them down because they're stupid and they have been screwing over everything with this bull crap that was coming down the pipeline, and that they're making very bad decisions with their management that they were hiring. And, well, I've been vindicated. Yeah, I dripped on me. That sucks. Oh, well. So let's go through this. Let's see what happened here. The Pentagon has made a deal with Scouting America, which is a pussy name for them. Quite frankly, they should go back to BSA now that they're going back to their roots, or they should be.
They might not be fully.
Yeah, I won't believe it till I see it. So the Pentagon has made a deal with Scouting America that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, God bless him, said Friday would maintain their century-old partnership, but refocus the organization away from diversity in, what is that?
Initiatives.
Isn't it? What? How did I not know that was initiatives for some reason? My brain was really screwed up right there. And other woke policies he accused it of embracing in recent years.
Diversity initiatives, DEI.
No, this wasn't recent years. This goes back to when I first got married to my wife 15 years ago, is when I saw some of this crap happening in freaking Utah, of all places. Utah. So I saw some of this crap happening, and I was calling it out, and that's why I stopped working with the BSA back then.
And the church has stepped away from it completely.
Yeah, the LDS church abandoned them. The freaking Catholics abandoned them. A whole bunch of the Baptists, I believe, also abandoned them. Because, well, why would you stick around with an organization that's just going off a cliff? Don't give them money. Who knows? Maybe some of these organizations will come back, but I think the bridge has been burnt with the LDS church. I don't think we're ever coming back to helping out the BSA. Or, well, Scouting America. What a lame name. Gosh, all right. Hegseth put heavy emphasis on Scouting America's acceptance of transgender youth, saying the organization will require members to use their biological sex at birth and not gender identity. What do you got? She's a faster reader than me, so she's finding this crap before me. But Scouting America, formerly known as Boy Scouts of America, there we go, that sounds so much better. Gosh, go back to the name. Said the agreement does not change existing policies regarding transgender youth and that they are welcome. So, what, they're not accepting new ones, I guess?
No, they will accept them, but they have to be designated as boys and girls, like campovers. If they're doing maybe a campover, you're a designated boy at birth, you're going to be in the boys' tent. There's no way you're going to be in the girls' tent.
This is what I'm okay with, because when you get these kids away from like the teachers and some of these liberal parents who are pushing this stuff, you get a chance to see if they're really like that, or if they actually if the teachers might be abusing them by manipulating them into this.
Yeah, it's just saying that they will have to recognize them by their biological sex, not gender identity.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll have some restrictions there.
Yeah. So that's good. We have transgender people in our program, and we'll have transgender people in our program going forward.
Yeah, so we
Scouting
will.
America president and CEO Roger Crone. Oh, man, that sounds so dirty. His name and the name of Scouting America sounds dirty too. But we'll see what happens. Because back when I was working for the BSA, babe, it was basically the same policy. Like, officially on paper, gays weren't allowed in the BSA. Officially on paper. The way it was practiced everywhere, and I had been a lot of places with the BSA, is it was don't ask, don't tell. Just like the Army back under Bush. That's just how it was. And so it's like there were gay people I knew in there. No one talked about it because it wasn't an issue. We didn't talk about that because that's not what we're talking about with BSA. We're talking about life skills. Learning how to start a fire, learning how to tie knots, learning how to navigate on a map and orienteering. Like we are teaching and practicing real activities that could actually help. In many cases, it has helped save people's lives, knowing these skills.
So you might understand this part. Some changes. They're
including
discontinuing
its citizenship
in
society merit badge, introducing a military service merit badge, nice, and waiving registration fees for the children of military personnel. What is this citizenship in society merit? Look that up.
Yeah.
What is this trashy merit badge? It sounds trashy. Because we had different merit badges revolving around citizenship and actually participating in the political process and learning how to do it. Go ahead and click on that first link. That'll probably bring you right up to the handbook. Oh, whoa. Go up. Let's look at that badge. That looks gay. That looks gay as hell. Alright, go down. Let's see what this is. Realize the benefits of diversity, equity, inclusion, and ethical leadership with this. This is...
It says DEI right there.
I know. It's the DEI badge is what it is. Gosh, dang.
Scouts will research any individual.
I left them so long ago, I didn't actually realize how far they actually fell. But Scouts will research any... individual who has demonstrated positive leadership while making an ethical decision.
But technically, if they're doing certain people, they're not following the laws of the land, so they're not being exactly ethical.
they're jumbling a bunch of shit together here to make themselves sound moral, which is ironic because they're talking about ethical decisions when they're not making ethical decisions by including DEI stuff. Alright, open up, show more. Let's see the requirements. Alright, scroll down. Whoa, what's that? How did it make you feel? What did you do? Screw this crap. Scroll down.
Did anyone stand up for you?
Ugh.
That says illegal immigrant.
It's trans, it's gays, it's all that stuff. And it's like, this is so dumb.
I saw an article today, an MS-13 person. The judge made it where ICE could not detain him, so it says a human trafficker out on the streets. MS-13.
Yeah, scroll on down. Let's see. Stop. Scroll up. Sorry, just a hair. Before beginning work on other requirements for this merit badge, research the following terms and explain to your counselor how you feel they relate to the Scout Oath and Scout Law, identities, diversity, equity... equality and equity, which are complete... In the modern terms, equality and equity are completely different things. My boomer parents, they hear equity. They're like, oh, equity in your home. No. But you see this, so it's like equality and equity, in the modern sense, equality and equity cannot exist in the same sentence. They are diametrically opposed. Inclusion, discrimination, ethical leadership, and...
Upstander?
Upstander? What? It doesn't even make sense.
They're supposed to explain if they understand these terms and then research it.
That doesn't even make sense. I built the curriculum for Camp Mapledale for 3 of the 4 merit badges they brought back for the 100th year anniversary of Scouting. And the most important part I had to focus on was making sure I used language kids understood. I don't even understood what the hell upstander is supposed to frickin' mean. Burn in hell, BSA. I hope you never come back.
Very true. Very true.
Do you want me to say what the definition is?
Well, Logan made it, injury and all. I told you, mortal injury. He's barely surviving. Look at that.
Scratched my cornea to shit.
Oh, that sucks.
So it looks like I got a pink eye and jaundice going on right now.
Hallelujah. Give me that pink eye, baby. What? Oh, there's an actual definition for this shitty word.
Upstand.
Can you see that screen?
So it's my left eye.
Left eye then.
Yeah. BSA through and through.
A person who speaks or acts in support of an individual or cause, particularly someone who intervenes on behalf of a person being attacked or bullied. No, that sounds like advocate.
It sounds like also...
I feel like they invented the word upstander for this.
It sounds like all the protesters that were causing problems in Minnesota for ICE, so they were actually detaining child rapists.
Well, I mean, that is the thing. We know that they're trying to brainwash the kids into becoming activists like this. Go back to the original page. Let's go back to this freaking merit badge. So apparently...
So, get me up to
speed. I have a long history with the BSA.
Okay.
Did you know much about that or no? I don't think I really talked about it much.
So my history with the BSA, I got up to about my life.
Yeah.
Right?
So
I was short my scout.
history with the BSA, I got up to Eagle Scout, and then I was also chapter chief with the Order of the Arrow for the Tukutanuni Lodge there in the Orem area. And then I was also a professional scouter working for the BSA up at Camp Mapledale. My first couple years, first year I was the shooting sports instructor, one of the shooting sports instructors for both rifle shooting and archery. And then the second year I was the outpost director, which was a unique program specifically to Camp Mapledale, where we had the Pioneer, Trapper, and Mountain Man awards. It's like the Wilderness Survival merit badge, except beefed up.
Okay.
You actually learn how to build a trap for animals out of natural materials. You learn how to start fires, and I think we had 5 different ways to start fires, and the final one you had to get for Mountain Man was you had to be able to do a bow drill technique.
Okay.
And you had to build the bow drill yourself, too. It was a program unique to Camp Mapledale. And then my third year, I was the outdoor skills director. And I was on the 100th year of scouting when I was there. And for your eyes.
Do you guys have any athletic tape to tape my eyes shut?
Probably down in the medicine cabinet.
I'm sorry.
No, dude, you're good. It's just you trying not to open it and agitate it more, right?
Mm-hmm. Friggin' piece of sawdust flew in there. I'm sorry to
Was it just a piece of sawdust?
Piece of sawdust got in there.
I freaking hate that, man.
I didn't have any saline to do an eye rinse or anything like that.
Yeah,
and it got stuck up in my upper eyelid, and I couldn't get it out.
Oh, dude! So I had it was a metal shard from grinding that got into my eye. I was wearing my glasses, but it was one of the guy who was grinding it came from, so I wasn't required to have the face shield. He was.
Mm-hmm.
Still got behind my glasses into my eye. To be fair, I don't have the side part on my safety glasses, so...
Which isn't required in most industries.
It's not required in most industries. I get why they make them. Mm-hmm. It makes sense. And so it was in my eye for about a minute or two, maybe 3 or 4 minutes trying to get it out. I finally got it flushed out, but it already done the damage where it had agitated and irritated the tear duct. So my tear duct swelled, and so for like a week and a half, I had a swollen tear duct in there that was just constantly pressing against my eye, agitating it. And so it always felt like I had something in there when I didn't. It took like a freaking week to get rid of it.
So get this, almost a year ago, that's probably a year ago to the day, in all honesty.
There's more drinks back there too if you want some.
Okay. I'm a machinist by trade, right?
Yeah.
And on the lathe, you turning metal, you get metal chips, and they look like C's or the number 6, right?
Okay.
I had one of those fly up behind my safety glasses, bounce off the lens of my safety
And
glass,
back into your eye.
back into my eye. And keep in mind, those chips, when they come off the lathe, they are blue with how hot they are.
Yeah, yeah.
It burned my cornea.
Oh, well, that had to be painful.
Yeah, it was.
I can only imagine that. What, babe?
You used it for your wrist. We don't have it.
Oh, I used it all.
But we do
Sorry.
have Scotch tape.
That works.
Let's be a real man.
And
Duct
there's
tape
like
it or
that if you
Scotch
need
tape
to.
it.
So you have that clean paper towel to put over it.
Sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you feeling all right?
I'm
She's
fine.
got a little sore throat.
I have a scratchy throat. I just appeared this morning.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, I know, right?
So my voice disappeared and I sound horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So, sorry. I come in.
No, you're good. So back to... So in my last year with the BSA, I was the outdoor skills director. And I had 3 merit badges, extra merit badges that year. So we had the 4 regulars plus the 3 because it was the 100th year of scouting, and they brought back 4 merit badges, 1 for every 25 years. 100 year of scouting is in the USA. So they brought back carpentry, signaling, pathfinding, and tracking. And I had tracking, signaling, and pathfinding in my area. The signaling was Morse code, stuff like that.
So army stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's rather pertinent stuff. So I had to build the curriculum for those in a week, and then in one more week I had to train my entire staff how to do all that, except one guy because they hired him because he already knew Morse code.
Smart.
He was just a kid, but him and his dad were both ham radio operators, and it was back when they don't require you to know Morse code anymore when doing your ham cert.
Mm-hmm.
But they did back then. So
I probably look ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do. That's okay. It's what it is.
It's freaking.
I totally get it, man.
Hey, my brothers have duct taped their fingers when they've gotten a bad cut on the job site.
It is what it is.
Make it work.
Put plumbing to fix your finger. You put a whole bunch of Teflon tape on there, cut the circulation off, and just about amputate your finger. So.
Yeah, sounds about right. So apparently Pete. So this is all coming up because I just heard about this today. Because apparently Pete Hegseth, God bless his soul, has made a deal with the BSA for the military to continue to recognize the BSA for that rank advancement.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to make some concessions, and that's like getting rid of their DEI policy and also their transgender policy, stuff like that.
There's stuff that's been active for the last 10 years.
Yeah, and I saw it coming 15 years ago when I left, because after I left that last year, they called me up the next year. We were married for about 4 months at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked me to be the program director, so it'd be basically second in charge at Camp Mapledale.
Okay.
And I turned them down. I said, no, I don't. You guys aren't going the right direction. You're not hiring the right leadership, and you're making bad decisions. I'm just not going to be a part of it.
Okay.
And because I saw that stuff coming down the pipeline. Back then, this was when the gay stuff, or the gay policy at least, in the BSA it was just as simple as don't ask, don't tell, which is what the military policy was under Bush.
Yeah.
That's just what it was. And it should never have left, because it should never be a subject in the BSA.
Yeah.
But they couldn't help themselves. They couldn't freaking help themselves. And since they're not a publicly traded company, they can't be punished by lawsuits from investors for squandering away all their money because it's an NGO.
Mm-hmm.
So
they kind of lost their entire reputation once the Catholics and the
LDS Church
and
left.
the LDS Church left.
It wasn't. I think it was Catholics left first, right?
No, we did.
We did. We left first. Then
We left
Catholics,
first, and then Catholics followed suit.
and then a bunch of Baptists and whatnot followed after that.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably more. It might not have been Baptists. It was probably evangelicals.
Probably.
Because the Baptists are kind of a mixed bag.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
All right, so let's see. Document and discuss with your counselor what leadership means to you. Share what it means to make ethical decisions. Gosh damn. This is just absolute filthy brainwashing. Consider ethical decision making. Oh my gosh. Shoot me. Not literally, figuratively. in the walls.
Let's see.
Repeat the Scout Elephant Scout Law for your counselor. Choose 2 of the following scenarios and discuss what you could do as a scout to demonstrate leadership. This is... Holy crap, man.
Is this really even a badge?
This is nothing like what the BSA is supposed to be. This is supposed to be getting kids outside doing activities and learning things on hands. This is a classroom bullcrap scenario like what we always do at BYU. But even at BYU, when we had the scouting event for all the doing as many merit badges as you could, the jamborees, like that's the thing is they still had all of it was still hands on. It was just inside a classroom was all.
I love Clippy down in the corner.
Oh, Clippy down in the corner there. Yeah, I had no clue. I didn't know what to call that thing. It's looking at me funny.
You remember Clippy, don't you?
Mm-mm.
The paperclip?
Oh, okay. Now I remember.
He had a name. His name is Clippy.
Oh, I didn't realize he had a name. All right, let's get off of this terrible, disgusting crap.
Yeah.
What is this? This is the... Oh, yeah. So Pete Hegseth made that deal. Scroll up. Right there. You highlighted that area there.
Yeah.
Several of the negotiated changes mirror what the organization suggested to the Pentagon in January, including discontinuing its citizenship in society merit badge, which is what we were just looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking at getting rid of that. Then introducing a military service merit badge, which should probably be partnered right alongside of the physical fitness badge.
Mm-hmm. Introducing the military service merit badge and waiving registration fees for children and military personnel. I could get behind that.
Mm-hmm.
What do they have the requirements up for the military service one yet? I know
not.
I know this came out today.
This is all just suggestions, so they've got to even figure out what it's all going to entail. Then they still have to build a curriculum for it before they can actually write the book.
Are they going? You would know better than I would. Like, are they going to learn how to march? Are they going to learn how to do all the?
That is a really good question, because what are they going to focus on? They're going to focus on the physical fitness side of it. Are they going to Are they going to bring back some of the drill and ceremony stuff they used to do by using that to do it?
They've already got the physical fitness merit.
Yeah.
So to me,
it would make sense.
Military service would be familiarizing yourself with Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force.
It would
Coast
probably
Guard.
be familiarizing yourself with ranks, recognizing and knowing the names of ranks, and then they will probably have a drill and ceremony requirement. So actually, maybe some marching and some...
Do the scout leaders get to wear the kill hats now?
Or maybe the military service is going to be similar, but you have to actually go talk to a veteran.
You know what would actually be a lot better is if they actually went and got like drill sergeants and whatnot to come help teach classes on it.
That'd be so much fun.
It'd be great. Dude, like people really don't know how awesome drill sergeants are. All you see is pictures of them screaming so much that their veins are going to explode.
From what I understand, they're pretty decent human beings.
No, they're more than decent, dude. Drill sergeants are the best. Like that's the thing. It's all of my drill sergeants in basic that were over me. I loved them.
So,
oh man, so it probably will include some drill and ceremony. I imagine. Personally, in my opinion, it should involve some combat training. But
kids with combat, are you kidding?
Airsoft guns exist.
True. Like learning how to clear a room. Fine if you're Army or Marines. It doesn't really apply when you're
Chair Force.
When you're Chair Force or what are you gonna do? Clear a boat?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's what Coast Guard does. They clear boats all the time.
I was talking more Navy, like your blue water Navy stuff. I do have a friend.
Well, no, Navy. I mean that's the thing. The U.S. Navy had recently seized a couple of those ships, so they had to go and clear ships, make sure.
But they got the SEALs on there for that.
Well, yeah.
And the Seaborne Marines.
Yeah. So it's like, but that's the thing, though. That is part of it, and you never know. Sometimes scenarios change, and you have to get a few more men to go do it.
Mm-hmm. It's the... Oh, my hell. What is it called? There's a U-boat in Chicago. The only one of its class left in the world.
Really?
From World War II.
Damn. That's cool.
It was... I just read about this the other day. What was that boat called?
I don't know.
Anyways, they took a contingency of like 16 dudes, all with different MOSs, I think is what they call it in the Navy. I don't know what they call it in the Navy, but they all had different jobs, and they all went down there to save this ship. They disarmed the scuttling charges. They took the generator was out, so they got the generator working again. They hooked a tow line to the Jeep carrier and towed it from South Africa,
oh my god,
all the way up to Bermuda, through the Bermuda Triangle.
Wow. That's insane. All right, well, let's go ahead and get to the first article of today. Let's get back to where we belong. All right. Iran Supreme Leader killed. 40 security and regime figures dead after joint attack by the United States and Iran. So we did it. And that's the thing I think it's going to be, this is the thing, we know Trump doesn't like long-term extended wars. He's shown that he doesn't. Has shown so far not to do that. With the strike in Venezuela, not really strike, it was actually more capturing Maduro. It was limited to capturing Maduro, getting out, and then supporting a new government that came in. And it's probably going to be the exact same way here. They probably already had plans of who's most likely going to be taking control. But I mean, Trump did call for, what was it? The Iranian people to seize control of their destiny or their future. So we'll see what happens. If it's a popular uprising, I would hope not, because oftentimes those only lead to more tyrants.
So from what I understand in Iran, I haven't really looked into it at all.
Yeah.
I've got to be kind of, I got to maneuver my way through this subject. From what I understand, there's been riots in the streets in Iran because of the regime, right? So I mean, I'm not saying good or bad. A death is a death, right? Like human loss is a human loss.
All human life is tragic when lost. It's just, thing is, if we're being honest, there's not a lot of people who are upset about him dying.
So
it is what it is.
Did they send the SEALs after him?
No, he was they missile struck him.
No, that was a joke.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So if you want somebody dead, you send the SEAls after them because they're just trigger happy.
Yeah.
When you want to capture somebody, you send Delta after them.
Okay. Yeah.
So they must have sent the SEAls in after this guy.
Yeah, they sent the flying SEAls.
Yep.
They sent the flying SEAls in to take care of him. So Ayatollah's dead. We'll see what happens over the next few days. That just happened today.
Trump loves working on Saturdays, doesn't he?
Well, I mean...
Or Friday nights.
Friday nights to Saturday morning, it seems like it, doesn't it? Not a bad time, really. It allows, because normally news is slow over the weekend, and so you don't start getting these stories. Really, people get big stories out on Monday. And so by the time the stories are coming out, we've gotten more information on what's happened. Iran's already pushing out information, or likely false information. I think it was CNN even confirmed, or even said that this hasn't been confirmed, but Iran is claiming that we had struck in a girls' school, which is ironic because I think most of the time they don't like girls going to school.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, come on, guys.
And they've killed a bunch of people recently in Iran. They've killed a lot of
there's
people.
been a bunch of the protesters killed in Iran. And, I mean, Trump did threaten him, too, which, I mean, unlike Obama, it's like if you make a threat, you draw that red line. If they cross the red line, you have to respond. Otherwise, they'll never take you seriously again.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And that thing, he crossed the red line and Trump responded, and, well, now here we are. He's been deleted from the server. And, well... we'll see what happens with Iran. Well, hopefully, we all hope for the best. The LDS Church released a statement on it that they're monitoring the situation because there are members in the area.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're not sending humanitarian in quite yet, are they?
Not yet, but we do have members in the surrounding countries, and then I do know there are underground worshippers in Iran and also Pakistan and whatnot.
I was just going to say, there's a huge population of LDS guys in Pakistan, right?
Yeah, Pakistan has a lot of LDS, and then basically the only way to have missions there is to have members of the church there serve missions in their own country.
Crazy bread?
Yeah. Not right now, but I will have one.
Okay.
And I think they were having tons of protests at the schools, like the universities in Iran as well. A lot of students were standing up too. And that was
what is it? I think I heard a number that like freaking majority of their population is like 30 and under, which is absolutely insane.
They are a very young country, and that was due to the Islamic Revolution in the 70s or 80s.
But that's not that long. That's quite some time ago. You'd think they'd have older populations. So what's causing their average age to be so dang low? Because if 50% or close to that is below 30 years old, that's insane. Old people are dying off fast.
I have an idea.
What's that?
20 years in the desert.
Yeah.
You would think 20 years in the desert would probably put a pretty big dent in that.
Yeah. Maybe. It's just, it's a harsh environment. They got lots of small rural towns, and so the populations tend to be younger because older people die off.
Not what I'm meaning.
Oh, no, what do you mean?
We spent 20 years in the desert.
Oh, well, yeah.
And the countries adjacent.
We did spend 20 years. They probably did send quite a few people over. That probably doesn't help.
No,
yeah, you're right.
It could also be...
Man, all of that's flying over my head today. Gosh dang.
I saw reports, I think, in Iran, they were possibly... The terrorist regime was just kind of fine with killing their own population, and they would just be bringing tons of new, younger people in from Afghanistan and other places that supported their population.
They're
in a way killing out the original.
That's the thing.
Culture.
Bringing in the younger people is dangerous because they're the ones who are most likely to enact change.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a catch-22. If you keep bringing in young people, yeah, sure, you'll get a good working base that can produce a lot, but you're also bringing in the group that's most likely to enact change.
But they're in some ways just working lately to kill their old Persian culture. They're trying to wipe it out. So you think about it, they're killing the whole entire history. Everyone older, making it forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
That might make sense.
That's pretty common with communists. So they try to wipe out the history.
It's not even communism. It's just regimes in general.
Yeah. True. It isn't unique to communism. It is regimes.
It's not unique to anything. It's a worldly thing.
Yeah, the Roman Empire did it. The Greeks did it. We did it. Like a lot of cultures have done that to previous cultures. They've tried to wipe out the history, which is also that's the other part. That's why it's hard to understand our history.
Sorry, I haven't eaten today either. So.
Yeah, I don't care.
So right here. Security officials say 40 Iranian security and regime figures were killed.
Yep.
So that could make it easier for, like you said, a regime change. Hopefully it's a good one, not a new terrorist stepping in.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, and that kind of goes into the fact that you heard about Cuba and Mexico.
I heard about Mexico. I didn't hear about Cuba.
So Mexico, obviously, there's that cartel leader who's been killed by their government down there, and now they're kind of going up in flames. And it sounds like they might be getting help from the U.S. possibly, but we'll see what happens with that next week. But Cuba, though, they've been under the what? What's the phrase?
Castro?
Well, no, they've been under pressure quite a bit ever since Venezuela. Trump did to Venezuela, because Venezuela was their key to getting oil. Mm-hmm. And now they're cut off from that energy source. Their economy is in turmoil. Oh my God. And they're getting angry and they're lashing out. And so Cuba, there was a speedboat flying an American flag on it that had entered or gone near Cuban waters. The Cuban version of the Coast Guard came over, tried to make contact with them to see what they were doing. The Cubans claim that the boat with the American flag shot at them first. But they shot and killed a bunch of people, and then a whole bunch of other people were injured.
Is it Bargo? Something Bargo, right?
What? Guantanamo Bay.
No,
Oh.
no. The thing we have around Cuba, making sure nothing comes in or out.
Embargo?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so a speedboat was near them. They shot it up, and they're claiming they shot first, but at the same time, it's a ways away from the coast. It's like it's close to Florida, but
That's
it's
only
not.
90 miles.
But yeah, but it's still a long ways though.
People made that swim.
Yeah, people have made that swim and done the raft thing, but for a speedboat, it is a long ways to go. There are islands in between that are U.S. owned that could have come from. Some people have been speculating, though, one possibility is that it could have been a speedboat from a drug cartel, and they saw the Cubans coming up, and they're like, "Oh shit."
Did the whole art of war thing.
Yeah, because a lot of people will fly American flags on their boats because it provides them a little era of protection. Because a lot of other groups are scared to attack people flying American flags.
Yeah.
And that was the same way with the British and the French too. Way back in the day, people would fly their flags to try and get away with shit.
Just try and get away from the Barbary pirates.
Yeah, because they knew that there were some groups that were scared of ships with those flags, of touching ships with those flags. So that's just the nature of the beast. We don't know, and it sounds like the Trump administration is investigating it. Marco Rubio from the State Department said they'll be investigating it.
Makes sense.
And that really, so far from what I've heard, they don't have a lot of information yet.
Yeah.
So they're still figuring it out.
And they said 4 have been killed.
Okay, there you go. So 4 have been killed. Cuban authorities said earlier all 10 were Cuban nationals residing in the U.S. Interesting.
Also, they said they found the 11th person.
Okay, so there's an 11th person they found.
Yeah.
So, but this could be true, or they could be putting out false information.
It's hard to say anymore.
Yeah, we'll find out as things go further, and because it's not the Castro family that's in charge anymore. The new guy, I don't know what his name is. It's not that important, but it was Fidel for a while, but then his brother took over because Fidel got freaking old as hell. And then now he's even out, and it's some other guy in charge
Cuban
now.
president.
There it is, Miguel, whatever.
Diaz-Canel.
Okay.
Miguel Diaz-Canel. So.
Sounds like a weak leader. All right.
So Diaz is days in English.
Interesting.
And then Canal is channel, I think.
Yeah, channel, canal, stream.
Something like that, yeah. I can't remember. It's been so long
Days
since I've...
Canal.
Yeah. You know what Fidel means, don't you?
No.
Trustworthy.
That's ironic.
Yeah.
That's really ironic. But it makes sense. Fidelity is basically what it would translate to.
It's Latin based. We just use a Greek word. Like we know the Greek more than we know the Latin. Languages are weird.
No, dude, they are. But they're kind of cool at the same time.
Yeah.
Let's hit up that next article. Let's get to some... it's kind of national but state news at the same time. Judge denies motion to disqualify Utah County prosecutors in Charlie Kirk case. So this is interesting. Scroll on down. So we had mentioned this in previous weeks.
I have not been here for about a month.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I have no idea what's going on.
So we mentioned in previous weeks this case how there was the defense was scheduled for Friday, April 17th.
A month in between.
They haven't even decided whether or not to let cameras broadcast the case, broadcast the hearings live.
So I work with a bunch of JIs.
They probably haven't even started jury selection.
I work with a bunch of JIs. Right?
Oh, look at this one. Robinson is going to die of old age in the county jail at this rate.
Yeah, he's not wrong. The way the case is just dragging on because the freaking defense attorneys are just dragging us all through these freaking technicalities, which I think is why Erica Kirk out and claimed her right to a speedy trial, because we have victims' rights here in the state of Utah, so they have a right to this trial going quickly.
The widow of a guy named Alpha, it was, I think, almost a year before finally they decided to prosecute the guy. Yeah. She was waiting for a year for them to do anything, and they were just dodging her and giving her any answer.
Yep.
There's faults in every state. If this is Utah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It's annoying, but it's not terrible. The problem with the Alpha one, that was the No Kings riot, where that guy died at. Yeah. The problem with that one, though, is it wasn't that they didn't prosecute. They weren't even bringing charges against him for a while. They were just letting him go about his merry day, being a freaking, not technically a murderer, it was freaking manslaughter, because he wasn't trying to kill Alpha. He was trying to kill someone else. I know, right? It does sound worse, doesn't it?
But they just weren't going to go through with it because it was a supposed accident at a protest, but he decided to bring up a gun and just shoot immediately. And people are behind him.
Yep.
And that's how Alpha got hit.
Yep. Yeah, it's terrible. But hey, I mean, the case moves forward, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyways, like I was saying, I work with a bunch of JIs. One of them is not cellmates with this guy, but next door.
Oh, really?
And it's like, holy crap. From the sounds of it, I don't know if you can trust JIs.
Yeah.
But this kid just wants it to be done and over with.
Really?
Worse than anything. Like,
really?
Just dragging it out sucks.
Interesting.
And UVU still has not given any answer for why about security that day. They won't release anything.
Because
don't know if they ever will.
That's the thing, is like you're saying, like, how much can you trust them? It's like, that's hard to say, because it's like you see photos of him from the case so far, and he doesn't look like a guy who wants this to go quickly and just be done with it. He looks like a guy who wants to drag this out.
Who wants to be So.
He wants this publicized. So it's like, it's hard to say. But that's the thing, though, to be fair, we don't have video footage of him in court yet. We are only getting camera images. That's it. Well, because they haven't decided whether to air it live or not.
It's one thing to make like a show in public. It's another thing to be behind closed doors. So, I wonder if deep down he's like, just get this done and over with. But when he comes out in public, it's like, we're going to put a show on and...
Yeah, it could be that.
So, I don't know.
I know, still a bad situation.
Yeah, it sucks.
Don't get in this situation in general.
All right, let's get that next article. We got some news on Walmart that affects people here in Utah and all over the country. Walmart to pay out $100 million over delivery driver tips pay allegations.
So what's going on with that?
So scroll down. So Walmart has their Sparks driver program, and they have been not sued. They've been effectively prosecuted in California because they have apparently not been paying out what they said they would pay out to drivers. To their drivers in both the wages and tips, what they're supposed to be making baseline and the tips that they've been given.
Sam Wall would be disappointed.
Oh, no, yeah. No, I knew, when I was working at Walmart all those years ago, I met people who actually knew Sam Walt personally, because that's how invested he was in his employees. That he got to know, whenever he came to visit the store, he got to know the guys there at the store.
If that name sounds familiar, think of Sam's Club and Walmart. The guy started both.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, he would be really disappointed in this. That's not how he would have run it.
Also, I don't think he'd be as proud that his company just keeps getting cheaper and cheaper products. He tried giving his consumers quality products.
I'd just go to Aldi's or Trader Joe's.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Trader Joe's is overpriced.
True.
The proposed settlement filed this week in federal court in California resolves claims brought by the Federal Trade Commission and a bipartisan group of state attorney generals. Scroll on down.
This is a federal thing. Ooh, boy.
Federal level. So the Sparks driver program allows customers.
So we'll hear more about this in about 3 years.
Probably. Allows customers to order products from home delivery for home delivery through the app, with independent drivers packing up and delivering those orders from Walmart stores. The complaint and proposed order claims Walmart showed drivers one estimated payout for a delivery, then later split or changed parts of the order after the driver accepted it. Investigators said drivers sometimes received less than the base pay or tip originally displayed. So they're being shown one thing, but then once they accepted it, all of a sudden the numbers started getting jumbled. Very convenient for them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also you're having the new issue with Walmart where they don't have prices on their apparel, and so if you scan it in their app, that's the only way to get it, so they could change the price daily.
Mm-hmm.
I've also heard about that idea. If you go into Walmart early in the morning at a certain time, if you get a picture of what price certain things are, those little digital displays will flicker, and the price will change.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just.
And that's also the problem with those electronic price displays. It's like the good thing about them is if there is a price change, they can get that updated quickly, and so customers aren't confused about it. But at the same time, though, it's like they could also be misrepresenting stuff too at the same time. So
there's also allegations going around that your card is tied to an account in Walmart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird because I'll scan my card and then it says my name and phone number, and it's like, I didn't tell you any of that, but
yeah,
okay.
They get it from the bank.
So if you shop there often, certain items will be marked down if they're a regular purchase for you, but if it's an odd purchase, it'll get marked up when you pay for it.
Oh my gosh. If that's true, that's a freaking scam right there. That needs to be stopped.
And someone was reporting about the prices changing. They had a shirt that had a price still on the label. They would take it to the register to pay for it. It's $3 or $4 higher.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's when you get a manager and you make them. I hate to be a Karen, but you get someone there and you make them charge you what the label says
that
they
they
put on it.
Where none of those labels have the price anymore.
Yeah, I know.
So you can't fight it.
Or, heaven forbid, we become social again and actually go to somebody in the checkout line instead of self-checkout.
That's true. I hate self-checkout. I avoid it as much as possible.
I'm sorry, I do it, but I have 2 kids with me, and I'm trying to haul them around and get through fast as possible.
They scan them for you, so you can just focus on the kids.
I'm being a dirty hypocrite by saying that.
They're asking and begging for stuff. I just want to get in and out.
Yeah. Yeah, the settlement also resolves allegations that Walmart did not always pass along 100% of customer tips to drivers, despite representing that it would. Yeah.
I guess the company needed
what's funny is this companies like Walmart right now, if you just accidentally clock out at the wrong time or something, they'll fire you for time theft. But then they're doing this, and it's like, you guys should be put in prison. I mean, really, you should be arresting the CEO and putting them in prison. Well, if they're going to fire people over even momentarily lapses of judgment on when to clock out, they should be put in prison for doing stuff like this.
Or is this a Disney, is this similar to Disney where it's not your upper management, it's your middle management screwing everyone over?
I don't know. Christy I think you had some experience with that. At one of the Walmarts, one of the managers was just a dick to people.
Oh, I had it where one of the managers was great with me, and another manager was just mad because I was not making the areas as nice and clean for him. But that was because I had 2 separate managers over me. Yeah. Completely different. Because
she was in a weird area.
I had 3 departments. One in the other side of the store, so the manager was over it. The other 2 on the other side of the store when that manager was over it. So they got
multiple managers for different parts of the store, and then she was the department head for like 3 different departments at the time. Mm-hmm. And So she had 2 different managers over those 2 different areas. So she had
So
2
dumb.
different managers. It's really dumb. It is really dumb.
I hate the way that companies are structured, in
Mhm.
all honesty. I hate how you have, like, labor, and then you have your supervisor, then you have your management, then you have your manager's manager, and then your manager's manager's manager.
Mhm.
And it just goes up the chain. It's like, no. Self-governing companies do quite well.
Mhm.
That's what they were talked about with the new school districts coming in, where we've had a reduction in kids going to the public schools. Why are they doing a whole new school district?
Yeah, why are they making a couple more school districts? All it's doing is increasing costs while not actually really providing more for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's bullcrap. So yeah, pay $89 million in nationwide monetary relief, including funds to compensate drivers, $11 million to participating states.
So-
Implement an earnings verification program. So they have to and then at the very bottom, I think is submit annual reports to the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, for 10 years to verify compliance.
The state Walmart neither admits nor denies the allegations, but agreed to the stipulated order.
In other words, they're guilty. It was intentional, and they're guilty, is what it is.
Okay.
That's what it means.
So can we go back to those numbers?
Mm-hmm.
That is what, about $1 billion?
No.
Or 100 million?
million.
Sorry, I can't math right now.
Yeah.
Take a guess on how much Walmart reported in revenue last year alone.
Oh, 3.5 bills.
Not even close. Up that number.
Oof. How much?
$713.2 billion
Holy shit.
for fiscal year 2025.
They need to up that $100 million to $100 billion.
That's not a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, no. When companies are being punished for wrongdoing, it needs to hurt their shareholders. Because then their shareholders are going to get after them and sue them for their screw up and punish them more.
Their advertising budget.
It needs to be bad enough that it hurts the company significantly. This has been my idea all the time. Whenever you sue a company, do not sue them for the damages they caused. Sue them for a percentage of their company.
Mm-hmm.
Because they need to, if they did something wrong, and especially if they knew that they were doing something wrong, they need to suffer for that. They need to know that they can't just do that again.
So that number doesn't even come close to their advertising budget. Global advertising for last year.
That's ridiculous.
Global advertising for them last year was $6.4 billion.
Gosh, I was so far off on that guess.
Yeah.
Dude, that's no.
That's
That's
insane.
unacceptable. That's absolutely unacceptable. $100 million is not enough.
Well, that's why a lot of places
They need to
for a
make
huge
every
amount.
single one of those drivers they screwed over freaking wealthy and set